This is Magnet Mania. We are hosting an event to get community involvement for our magnet programs in East Baton Rouge Parish school system. I've been at Sherwood Middle Magnet for 12 years now. Starting as a classroom teacher, and I taught world history and American history. I'm moving up to the magnet site coordinator, where my job is to just kind of get the word out about Sherwood Middle, tell what Sherwood Middle's about. So we are a high school preparatory curriculum school. Our job is to prepare students for high school and then moving on to college and career readiness. So our focus is making sure that all of our students leave Sherwood Middle in the advanced curriculums ready to excel and exceed in high school. So we offer lots of high school credit classes to our middle schoolers. We have some sixth graders that are in Algebra 1 right now and geometry right now. We also have a couple of different programs within our school. We have a big STEAM program, which is science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. So we have robotics, forensic science, marine science, and then we also have our performing arts department, which is our band, choir, strings, our orchestra. So we have really a wide variety of programs so that our students really can decide what they're interested in, so that when they do go to high school, they'll have more of a focus. So we want to keep all the students' options open for what they're interested in. Thanks.
How big is your program and how hard is it to get in?
So right now we have about 775 students. Each grade has between 200 and 300, kind of depends on the year. We have a lot of applications, so it's not, we always fill up our sixth grade class anywhere between 300 and 350 students, kind of depending on the numbers of our population, our current population. I wouldn't say it's necessarily easy to get in, but it's not difficult as long as you meet all the requirements, which our requirements for our school, we have to have a 2.5 cumulative GPA, and then you also have to have a basic on the ILEAP and LEAP test. So the requirements are not strenuous by any means. As long as you meet those requirements and complete the application on time, you have a really good chance.
So how do you pick your applicants? How do you actually pick them?
So our application process is based on a lottery system. So we have a few priorities that we have whenever you apply. Any students who are coming from elementary magnet programs have a priority. Any students who will have a sibling at Sherwood in the next school year, they have a priority. And then any students who live within a 1 mile radius of Sherwood Middle also have a priority. After those priorities are filled, then it's a pure lottery system. So it's how lucky you are. Yes, so and it's not a first come, first served basis. All applications are looked at evenly from October 30th through December 4th. Yep. Yep.
So this kind of kicks off the magnet period.
This is it. It begins on Monday at 11:59.
Is there anything you'd like to add about Sherwood?
So I'm really proud of Sherwood for a number of reasons. Our students really going to be successful. I was just telling you about one of my students who now starts offensive line for LSU. We have a student that came to visit us last week. He actually plays for the Los Angeles Rams. We have students who are becoming doctors, lawyers. They are the ones who really represent Sherwood and who let our community know what Sherwood's about. Our students are our shining stars, and so we really let them kind of show the world what we are. So,
tell us a little bit about your school and why it's special this year.
Sherwood Middle Magnet is really, truly special simply because we are just opening this school year. We are a school with 6th through 8th grade students. We offer the academic honors program where our magnet component is broadcast communications. We have the accelerated curriculum where we offer high school credit courses. We have TV and film. Also, we have digital media arts and radio broadcasting.
Now tell us a little bit about why your school is different than the rest of the schools. Are you the only dedicated magnet school?
We're not the only magnet dedicated middle school. However, we are in competition with the other ones, but every dedicated magnet school have their own component, and our focus is radio broadcasting. And so if we have kids that want to come to learn more about video, technology with the computers, learning about how to do what you're doing right now, interviewing, they can come to our school, and we have a class or classes dedicated to teach our kids just what they need to know for when they go into the 21st century. Yes.
How big is your magnet program, and how can people qualify or apply?
This year, we are very small. We opened this year and we just started at 120 students. But if you want to apply, open enrollment will begin Monday, October the 30th, and it'll go until December the 4th. And you can just simply go to the East Baton Rouge Parish Schools website and then just click to apply for the magnet programs, and you'll see the list of the middle school, elementary school, and high schools. And I hope that they select a Struma Middle magnet.
Now, why should they select a Struma Middle magnet?
Because a Struma Middle magnet is one of the best schools that East Baton Rouge Parish Schools have to offer. If they come to our school, they will be trained in radio broadcasting, digital media arts, TV and film, and our kids that are there now, they are just in awe because they all love what we offer at the school.
Okay, well today is Magnet Mania, so it is EBR's big magnet event where all of the families in East Baton Rouge Parish can come and see all the amazing things that the public school system has to offer. There are so many great magnet schools here, so our table is obviously my favorite because we're an arts integration school and it's really amazing. Our students, it's a lottery, so you apply during the application period. All the names go into a pool, and then it's a third-party system that sends us the names, and it's a true lottery. We take every child that comes through on our lottery. We're one of the top 5 elementary schools in East Baton Rouge Parish, which says a lot about our program because we don't have an academic test to get in. So we take everyone, and through arts integration and through all the ways that kids are able to express themselves, our students thrive, and they do amazing academically and artistically, and we're really proud of them. BRCVPA produces some of the most well-rounded children I have ever met. They can get up in front of a crowd, they can talk, they can improvise, they can entertain. Like if you see here, we gave very little direction to our kids. We just said, hey, can you talk about our school? And they know how to do that. And I think that's a really good quality for elementary kids to be able to do that kind of thing. And it kind of sets them up to be really well-rounded people. And that's kind of what we're all about. Every kid gets every art. So we don't have tracks. So if I'm a student at BRCVPA, I go to an hour of art, music, drama, dance, and PE. And our PE is really, it's like PE, and you meet all the PE standards, but it's really fun. It's more like creative movement, creative expression, with arts integration and content integration. So, but every kid does everything. So it produces really well-rounded kids.
So coming in as an elementary school student, and this being a visual and performing arts school, they don't have to show any particular talent, exceptional talent?
No, we certainly have kids that are exceptionally talented, and we also have kids that are average kids that are good, maybe be really good at one type of art but not another, or they might just be okay at everything. But the point of it is to kind of give them the exposure and the education about all the types of art, all the different ways to express yourselves creatively, and their own strengths kind of blossom out of that. And we have kids that you would think coming in kindergarten would never want to be performers, and then all of a sudden they're auditioning for our opera in 4th grade. So you just never know what you can unlock in a child. So but you don't have to come in with any kind of talent. That's our job. So that's the point of our school.
Who does BRCVPA feed to?
Our students, we can go to any magnet school in EBR our kids can feed into. They have to apply during the application period. Most of our students gravitate toward McKinley and Sherwood. Those are the big 2 that they like to go to, but it's really open to anything. And the magnet programs have kind of expanded, and there are so many really unique and interesting choices. So it'll be interesting to see where the kids go this year.
What makes BRCVPA different from all the other schools?
Like I was telling you before, I think our kids are just very cool and accepting of everyone. So the culture is you kind of do what you're good at and you express yourself, and everybody's just kind of like really cool with that. And I really like that. One of the first things that I saw when I came to Baton Rouge Center was a 5th grade sharing session. So we do sharing sessions once in 9 weeks. And what that is the art staff gets everyone together, all the parents, to show them what they are doing in the arts classes. So one of the first things I saw was a 5th grade dance. The dance teacher was showing what the 5th graders had been doing, and they were choreographing a 16-count dance that went along with their personal narrative that they were doing in their writing class. And my favorite ones were from the boys. And they got up there and they were so confident, and they got in front of all those people and did it, and no one laughed. They weren't embarrassed. They weren't shy. They were just great. And I think our students are just like that. They're just really cool kids that you want to hang out with. So recently we completed our application for National Magnet Certification. So all the magnet schools are a part of the Magnet Schools of America, and they have recently come up with a way for schools to kind of express their quality. And so what we did is we completed a rigorous application. There are 5 pillars that the Magnet Schools of America want the schools to strive to live up to. And so we submitted all of our evidence of all the great things that are happening in our school. We could not have done it without the amazing work of our teachers and our parents and our students. And so it was very easy for us because we had all of the things and we just submitted every great thing that we've been doing. So as of right now, it's just us in Baton Rouge High that are certified magnet schools in East Baton Rouge Parish. We're the only elementary magnet school in the state with national magnet certification, and we're only 1 of 55 in the nation. So we are really proud of it. We were just recognized at the school board meeting. We had students there and parents there, and we just, that's why we made these fabulous shirts. We have the magnet seal on the back, so look for the magnet seal. But anyway, we're really proud of it.
BRCVPA! We are extremely excited about the launching of our new STEM and robotics program. We were part of a $15 million grant that was awarded a little less than a month ago. And so now we are opening up this opportunity as a renaissance for the area surrounding Villa Del Rey Elementary.
So what does that mean to parents? Why should they apply at Villa Del Rey?
Well, first and foremost, we have the best teaching staff in the district. We were awarded the Teacher of the Year for elementary schools in 2017. We also have a STEM Foundation Fellow who was one of only a few selected for the district. We also have a small teacher-pupil ratio, and our STEM lab is 21st century and it's renovated, and so everything is new. We're nestled right in the center of the Villa Del Rey subdivision. So it's like bringing some spark to that area that has slowly been declining over the past few years.
For parents that have no idea what the STEM program is, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. One of our big goals is to make sure that our students starting in kindergarten get the basic foundations of STEM. So when we speak of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, you'll see our little ones learning what those terms mean, engaging in activities such as manipulating Legos, talking about how structures are developed, talking about the science behind those structures, developing technology products and presentations to present to their classmates, as well as computating mathematics problems that go along with the design of their projects.
Do you guys have a preschool program?
We do. We have 2 outstanding pre-K sections, so you can also apply for that as well.
We have a very unique magnet program. We teach Mandarin, Spanish, and French to kindergarten through 5th grade students. All of their content except reading is in that language. So they're plain old American kids that are taught everything except, and we begin in kindergarten. We accept our classes from kindergarten on.
How big is your program, and do the kids have to know a different language to be accepted?
No, it is they come in strictly with English, so they do not need to know any language except English. We have about 420 kids right now, and we'll be adding another Spanish section eventually. So we have 2 tracks of Spanish, 2 tracks of French, and 1 track of Mandarin.
What would you say to parents that didn't know anything about, well, my child couldn't go there, they don't know another language. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
We have a lot of parents that come in. I had one this morning that asked about scores. And our children do it, but as you can see, we are a 2017 Blue Ribbon School. Our children perform beautifully on the accountability test, on LEAP test. They, when you learn a second language, there are things that happen in your brain that give you a stronger way of solving problems, thinking, and really has made a difference in how these children learn. So it's very unique and it's very special, and the parents are much more worried about the language than the children are at kindergarten when they enter. But they do beautifully, and I'm very, very proud of them.
Is it easier for kids to learn?
Yes, it is. The younger you are, the easier it is for you to learn a second language. It's much more difficult for you or I to try to learn a language right now. And as you get older, it's more difficult. When they learn this second language right now, it is stored next to the English like a home language. So they don't have to translate. It just, when they need to speak Spanish, it just flips. It doesn't, don't have to think about what you're going to say. They automatically do it.
What kind of difference have you seen it make in maybe some of your students that have moved on?
Well, I had one that came to me today who's in high school and asked me for a recommendation. I have one who's working with the Chinese club at Baton Rouge High, many of them at Baton Rouge High, to do some things with our school. We have, besides having all old students, we have a fantastic PTO. We have one of the most active, involved PTOs around. So all around, we're just one big family.
Tell us a little bit again about where the school is. And
okay, this year we're at 2 campuses. So the students that are applying this year will go to the new campus, which is the Old Valley Park School. They're retrofitting it so that they can accommodate us. That's I don't know if you've ever been to, it used to be the old South Boulevard. It is as old as I am. So
they're renovating it?
No, the South Boulevard, but that's why we're moving. We have 2 campuses now because we outgrew. So now we're going to come back to 1 campus.
We're here with our table set up to introduce the parents and students about our great program at Glen Oaks Magnet High. Our magnet theme is medical, and within our medical program we have where our students can graduate being certified in nursing assistant. We also just brought in a new program for the past 2 to 3 years, Project Lead the Way Biomedical Sciences, where our students in collaboration with taking AP classes that they can get credit for college. Yes, ma'am.
What makes Glen Oaks so different? Is there any other medical magnets?
Oh no, that's what makes us different. Within East Baton Rouge Parish school system, we're the only medical magnet program.
How big is your program and what does it take to qualify?
Well, our school, for one, is very small because the way that our program is set up, we're a traditional school with a magnet program within the school. So as a school as a whole, we have about 600 students. Within our program, we have about 115. And all students are welcome. We do have entrance requirements where they can have 2.5 and a basic or above on their standardized test, but we do have our Center of Excellence program where it's open enrollment, but once students are accepted into the program, they must maintain a 2.5 GPA.
Is there any other special abilities that they have to qualify to come to Glen Oaks?
Oh no special abilities. All students are welcome. I just want to let everybody know that Glen Oaks Medical Magnet Program has been in existence where we had our first graduating class in 2001. So our biggest thing is really trying to get the word out there that we have an awesome program. Just yesterday we invited 7 middle schools to our school for our Medical Magnet Expo where they enjoyed demonstrations where we had a lot of our students showing them things about lacerations, blood pressure, CPR. We even had a little game tied to it, Medical Jeopardy, where they answer questions about nutrition, just general medical type questions where medical terminology. Specifically, we focused on the skeletal system with them yesterday. So we did a whole slew of things. They got to experience with our band, our Pantherettes, our cheerleading team. So it was an all-around great experience yesterday.
Tell us about your instructors.
Oh, yes, our instructors are awesome. We actually have one here with us today, Miss Rosalind Terrence. She's a registered nurse, and Miss Sharon Fontenot, she's also a registered nurse. And then our other teacher, Miss Charlotte Campbell, she's out right now on maternity leave, but she will be returning on November 6th. But she's also a registered nurse as well, but specifically her background is in biology. So everybody, we're hardcore in science. And even for me, having my PhD in science education, you know, like science is our go-to subject. We know that forwards and backwards. So our students are in well-kept hands. We're really making sure that they're coming out trained and ready to hit the ground running. So when our students come in, let's just say for our pathway that goes up to certified nursing assistant, they will come in and take our intro to health professions class, and that's pretty much an introduction to just the health professions that are out there. The next class is our human anatomy and physiology course, which is our health sciences 2. Then our students take medical terminology, emergency medical responder, where they become CPR certified. And then they also, their senior level, they'll take the nursing assistant class. But through our Project Lead the Way pathway, our students take principles of biomedical sciences, human body systems, medical interventions, and biomedical innovations.
Today I wanted to come out and check some of the schools out, some of the magnet programs that EBR offers, and kind of see, what would be the best fit for my daughter. I love the foreign language. I love, the STEM system that they have going on. I love the whole academic process. So I wanted to check and see what options that I have available, and this was perfect timing.
Tell us, as a parent, how difficult was it to get your daughter in, and where does she go to school?
She goes to Baton Rouge International. Getting her in, we started her very early. We started her at the age of 2, so we actually got in on the waiting list, and when pre-K came available, we were able to bring her in because she was already, ready potty trained. So we got her in very early, and I believe that that's always the key, getting them in early, getting them focused, getting them ready and excited about learning, and as long as we could keep that going, then that's it. I love the magnet programs. I'm excited about, what is to come, what's available, all of the academic as well as the extracurricular, activities that they have available, because my thing is making sure that that child is well-rounded. And if they're well-rounded, they get in academics and the extra, then that's what I'm looking for. And so they offer that here.
As a parent, do you feel that the magnet program, what would you say to other parents that don't know anything about the magnet program? Would you recommend it to them?
I would definitely recommend it to other parents that's not familiar with magnet program. Definitely check it out. Definitely look into it. There's so many opportunities for advancement. And right now, if you get in early, your child is growing. They're like a sponge. They're taking everything in. And so start early, getting them in, and it's going to pay off in the end.
What are your feelings about the quality of education here in Baton Rouge?
The quality of education, at first I was kind of skeptical about it, but now I see it's growing. And after I came to this event today, I was like, wow. It just opened my mind up, opened my eyes up to the other opportunities where we're going. And it's actually fabulous. I'm very, very impressed.
Is there any other advice or anything you'd like to add to parents, other parents?
I would say definitely get involved in your schools, the PTAs. Definitely whenever an event like this is open and available, definitely check it out, because you never know what you run into. You never know the connections, the people that you come in contact with, and it gives you a little more insight about that individual school. So you definitely have to check out events like this when they come around.
And it wasn't difficult. Was it hard to get in?
Oh, no, not at all. We came right in. They told us exactly where it was at, and I knew, everybody knows what BRCC is, and you just come right in, and they greet you at the door. And everybody is so friendly and open and just explaining everything in detail. It's awesome.
Tell us a little bit about what you're doing here today.
I'm actually here to support my daughter, Brooklyn Williams. She goes to Forest Heights Academy of Excellence. They are a Blue Ribbon school, and it's an excellent program. If anyone is curious or interested in learning more about it, feel free just to go by the school and talk to some administrators or some parents or even the staff, and they will give you good, information about the school.
As a parent, would you recommend the magnet program to other parents, and why?
I would recommend it because they're very supportive. A lot of the programs that they have at the school are very interesting, and they're not only education-based, but they're also based on, their performance arts and things like that. So yes, and their play is excellent every year. It's a big promotion, and everybody is there. So yes, it's a big deal.
And you have 2 daughters.
Yes, ma'am.
Were they guaranteed a placement in the magnet program?
No, ma'am. They had to test. Both of them had to test, and
was it difficult?
No, ma'am. The testing was not difficult. It was an easy, smooth process and everything. So we didn't have any problems with it. Everything went great.
It wasn't hard to get in?
No, ma'am. It wasn't. There was no difficulties included with it.
Was there any advice that you could give to parents that doesn't know anything about the magnet program, and if you would recommend it?
Believe in your child. If your child shows that they are academically capable, then provide that for them. Give them the opportunity. Don't sit up there and tell them they can't do something. Always encourage your child to want to be better than what they are right now. And in regards to the education-wise, Forest Heights or the Baton Rouge Magnet program, period, is going to be one of the best choices that you will ever be able to make.